Alrighty, we are going to get recorded. Okay, welcome to the call today. Today we are going to talk about tips and tricks to inviting. That's not what I wanted. Sorry. Huh. Okay, well, does it look better like that, or does it look better bigger? Can y'all see that? Yeah, okay. I don't know what's going on, I guess. Okay. So inviting tips and tricks. I feel like even myself still struggles with inviting. One, because it's kind of scary. There's a fear of hearing no, right? And you don't really know what to say. So I'm going to teach you guys kind of what I've done to get over that fear, and then some tips and tricks that I use daily on how I go in and invite people. So break it into different markets. You've probably already heard this, maybe even not being a Beachbody coach, you've heard it out in the corporate world or back in school, but hot market, warm market, and cold market. So we have 3 different markets that we can talk to as far as inviting goes. Our hot market would be really close family and friends, people that you trust, people that trust you, people that know you, that you're comfortable around. Your warm market are friends of friends, acquaintances, maybe people you went to college with and you've fallen out of touch with, things like that. And then your cold market are brand new prospects, people that you have never met, never seen before. Think of like a like page or a fan page. People that are following you and your fitness journey. Those are going to be your cold markets. So one thing I like to remind myself whenever I am inviting, whether it's to a free group, a challenge group, what have you, excuse me, is to get over that hurdle of no. You're gonna hear no, and it's kind of that go for no challenge that you probably hear a lot of coaches talk about on the national wake-up calls. But the more no's that you get means that you're getting closer to a yes. And so I like to relate it to going out to dinner. If you're going out to dinner and you've finished your meal and the waitress comes back and asks you, hey, would you like dessert or coffee? And you tell her no, or him, well, just because you've said no, do you think you've hurt their feelings? Do you think that you've pissed them off or made them upset because you're turning down coffee? It's the same scenario with coaching. You're just throwing an opportunity out there, or it's the same with your challenge group. You're just throwing a group out there, or an accountability group, or a free clean eating group, or whatever, for someone to try. You're just laying it out there. And if they say no, it typically means not right now. And you can't get your feelings hurt that they're telling you no. So just kind of relate it to the restaurant mentality, or the restaurant analogy, if you will, when you are going out there. Personal development also helps with overcoming that fear of inviting. So I want you guys to read the books like Go for No and what's another one? Eat That Frog. Those are great personal development books for getting over that hurdle of hearing no and being scared to ask people because you're afraid to hear no. So those are some of my struggles that I struggled with in the beginning, and I just wanted to share those with you guys. So you have some personal development books to read or listen to help you with that. So hot market invites. When you are approaching your hot market, this is something that our team has kind of learned from Melanie Mitro, who is the top coach in the company right now. If you don't know who she is, go follow her. She's amazing. She has lots of great content. She has a blog full of information, and this is something that she teaches her coaches to do in the very beginning. Your hot market, that's your safe market, if you will. People know you. It's your friends. It's your family. So she encourages the honest feedback approach. You can call it what you want. You can change the verbiage and whatever, how you want to say it. But she basically tells her coaches to go out and email those close friends and family members, letting them know that they've joined this health and fitness company. Call it Beachbody, call it a health and fitness company, a company that sells health and fitness products, whatever. And asking them if they can count on them to help them get it started. Give them honest feedback by using a program or using Shakeology for 30 days. when you send this, typically everybody that sends this to 7 or 10 people gets one sale out of it. So that's one way that you can just tap into your hot market. And it's a great way to start talking about the products and to maybe ask people to sign up for coaching if they want a discount, or if they want to help you build this business, your spouse, your mom, your best friend. So that's your hot market. It's a pretty easy market to tap into. Sometimes it can backfire, and sometimes family don't want to have anything to do with you. So again, it's that overcoming that no. Family and friends might be the first people to tell you no and to tell you to leave them alone. That's fine. So that'll lead you into your warm market. And your warm market comes from people that are your friends on Facebook, your friends list, your current friends list. And we've talked a lot about engaging with those people, how to message them, how to reach out to them. So this pertains to how you're going to respond to that market by the post that you're putting out there. So we've talked about, our story. We talked about our content and how we're putting, engaging content out there that talks about our brand, or, our 5 things that make us different than all the other coaches out there. So now we're responding to all these people. And when I'm posting, I try to plant seeds. So I'll show you guys some examples of what I'm talking about, but I'm not even going to mention the challenge groups that that I want to invite people to. I'm not even going to mention, the program that I'm even doing. I just want people to see that I'm happy and I'm strong and I'm loving, this fit lifestyle or journey that I'm on, that I'm enjoying healthy eating, that I'm enjoying being a mom, all those things that we talked about on previous calls, which are in Sarah's Coaches in the File section for those of you that might have missed them. Great personal development for you guys to listen to, but we talked about how to put yourself out there and share those things about you. So now that we're putting it out there to our warm market, people are going to like it. People are going to comment on it. And you need to follow up with them. And this is a great way to start conversations where it's not out of the blue. It's not salesy. It's not like you're just trying to message this person for no reason. You have a reason to message them because they commented or liked your picture. Your couple of tips for your pictures, though. Again, they're not salesy. They're not stock photos of Shanti standing there representing T25. They're pictures of you on your journey, you doing what you do best, which are your 5, interests and topics that you've come up with. Make your pictures bright and eye-catching. No blurry pictures, right? No fuzzy lens pictures. Pictures that are going to be that would stop you in your tracks in the newsfeed. And then if you want to put quotes on your pictures, use a motivational quote that you haven't seen over and over again, like hashtag selfie or Flex Friday. That's pretty popular. So come up with something different that still goes along with, who you are, your brand, what makes you different. And then keep your comments of that post short and sweet, but ask a question at the end. Some kind of call to action that people can engage, people can answer and respond to. That'll get people talking on your post. So here's a couple of examples of what I mean. These are old examples that I did a long time ago. There have since been better apps out there for putting text onto pictures, but when you are putting a quote out there, make it something bright, something vibrant, adding a lot of color, making your picture black and white and the text color. That's always fun. But here I'm talking about things that I struggled with. So I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm trying to gain muscle. Abs are a big part of my brand. Sorry. Abs are a big part of my brand in that, I pushed my C-section and my story about that. So what can you talk about on your pictures? And then ask people questions. What are you gaining this week? What are you going to be focusing on your health and fitness journey, so they can answer it? And then the other one you see there, it's like, my goal is to be fit and confident, not to look like a model. I'm just working to be better and stronger every day. How do you push yourself to be the best version of you? Another example, I changed up my picture. I could have just put a picture of me. 1. I did 3. That makes it different. That makes it stand out in the newsfeed. And I talked about lifting weights. That's a huge part of what I do, right? And then I asked, do you lift weights or don't fear the weights? Now, everybody that comments and likes that, they may already be friends of mine. They may already be coaches or customers, whatever. But it's a great opportunity for you to go back and see who likes the post and send them a message. Another post example, I don't talk about the actual workout I'm doing. I just show that my child, I'm a mommy, that's a part of my brand, and I work out together. Do you work out with your kiddos? So again, posts that are talking about your brand and you. They're not inviting to the challenge group, but it leads to a perfect opportunity to invite to something, because now you can go back to people that have liked this post and say, hey, thanks for liking my post. Do you work out with your kiddos too? Yes, I do. Gets conversation starting. Here's another one that I did, margarita and Mexican food night. What mom doesn't love a margarita, right? So posting about, hey, a good choice or a bad choice. What are you having for dinner tonight? Stirs up conversation. Maybe I want to invite people to my clean eating group, and this is a great way to do it. You can say, hey, I saw you liked my margarita picture. Have you struggled this week with your diet? Or were you successful this week with your diet? I wasn't. I'm starting a clean eating group next week, and if you want to join me, great. So again, just some examples of what I mean for posting to your warm market and then following up with them. So when you do follow up with them, you're going to go see who likes it, who commented on it, and now you can send them a message. And it can be any one of these that I posted or any other one that you have saved. Hey, thanks so much for your support by liking my picture. I'm always a little gun shy to put myself out there, but knowing that you liked it makes me feel like I'm making a difference. So thanks. How are you doing? Or thanks for liking my photo today. I love motivating and sharing my journey with y'all. What are your weight loss and nutrition goals? Are you currently on a journey too? With anything that you can think of that's going to get the conversation started. You're going to know that person because you either are already friends with them, or you can go to their page and you can see what they've been posting about. Maybe they have a new baby, and you can ask how they're getting back on their journey after having a baby, whatever. So again, you're going to listen to their reply and learn more about them and just try to build the relationship. I need to get to a different screen. I guess I just pressed escape. Okay. So the best thing to do is the best thing to do is to try to learn more about them. Don't try to just push a free group and push, inviting. Build a relationship with these people. Get to know them, because they may be a great coach. And if you just dig a little further in the conversation with them, you may see that they're ready for, this opportunity that you have. Or maybe they're not. Maybe they don't want a challenge pack. They're not ready for that. They can't afford it. And all they need right now is help with their diet, and a clean eating group may be great for them. So really focus at this point, right here in the blue, that you're building a relationship with these people and you're listening to their reply. So then more follow-up after you've built that relationship. And again, that can take 24 hours. It could take, 4 messages. It could take 3 days for them to get back to you and the message to carry on and go forward. But then you can invite them to a challenge or a free group. Once you've learned their goals, you learn what they're struggling with, you kind of, they've gained trust in you. And you can be very nonchalant about it. You can say, I don't know if it's for you, but I'm putting together an online fitness group, or an online accountability group, or a Fit Mama group, and I'd love to send you some info on it. Are you interested? If not, no big deal. Give them an out. People love to have options, right? Even like 2-year-olds. I do this with my daughter all the time, this or that. They like to be able to make a decision. So give them a way out. And then you can also say, hey, I don't know if you're interested, but I have just a group of ladies, and we're here on Facebook, and we support each other and motivate each other, and maybe it's a free group. And I feel like when I first started out, I would start conversations in the groups that I joined, and I'd always invite people to my general, open accountability group. There was no fitness programs, there was no challenge group. It was just an open group of mommies and daddies, if they wanted to be in there, of people that wanted to share and help. So it was very nonchalant, no strings attached, no obligation to be in my group. And I just started sharing my tips. I was sharing what I was doing. I was using it to build relationships. And I feel like it's very hard for new coaches to invite people that you're just meeting, these warm market people that you're just now connecting to, back from, maybe you went to college with them and you're just now connecting with them again, or you worked with them, a few years ago. It's hard to just come out and invite people to a challenge group and say, hey, you got to spend money, and it's a challenge pack and it's $180. So invite them to something free, like a clean group or just this open accountability group, because that'll take the pressure off of, having to talk about investments and money and a challenge pack. So then you get them in this group, you start building relationships, and it's a lot more comfortable to add people to these free groups, show them the value, show them, your story, you're using the products, build that trust, and then you can invite them to a challenge group. So that's kind of what I do for my warm market, with following up on photos, and I can show you guys in action what I actually do in just a little bit. And then cold market would be, like I said, those people that you don't even know. They're following you because a friend of a friend posted on something that you did and their friend saw it. Or it's people from your like page or your fan page that is just following your journey. They're followers, if you will. So I'm going to share, I'm going to kind of go through and show you guys what I do on a daily basis as far as sending invites and connecting with people. So, Ariel, I shared your picture today, by the way. So I first, let's start with cold market first. So for my cold market, these are people that I don't really know or haven't, touched base with in a really long time. We're just friends on Facebook for whatever reason. I do a birthday check-in every single day. So I come over here and I click on the birthdays and I see whose birthday it is. Okay, I know Heather is a coach in our team. This is a girl that's been in my challenge groups. Not really sure who that is. Went to high school with him. So I know who all these these people are. And so I send them a birthday message. Yeah, you can type on their page, but I like to send them an actual message. So let's say, for example, we can type on her page and wish her a happy birthday, but I want to go to her actual page and pull up the message, and I can see the last thing that we talked about. So she was probably in one of my challenge groups. Looks like she was in the 21 Day Fix challenge group. So I'm going to send her a birthday message and say, hey girl, I just want to stop by and say happy birthday. It has been a while since we chatted and I would love to catch up. I'm copying and pasting because I do this every day. How was everything? I saw the pictures from the wedding. So no, this girl was not from a wedding. She's got a lot of friends wishing her happy birthday. I could ask about the kids probably. Looks like the kids had a first day of school, so I'll say that. Da-da-da-da. Okay. Sorry, my microphone's in the way. Okay. Did your kids start school this week? Okay. Let's talk soon. There's an apostrophe there. Let's talk soon. Hope you had a wonderful day. Okay. Boom. So now she's getting a birthday message from me. And she'll probably reply and say, yeah, I had a great birthday. I went to dinner, da-da-da-da. It was awesome. So now I take it one step further. I send all my birthday messages out for the day, and then I go back over here to birthdays. And no, that's not what I wanted. I go over here to, where is it? Oh, see upcoming birthdays. Okay. And then I go to yesterday's or the day before, like Saturdays. Okay. So I want to see who these people are. Okay. So Carrie, let's go to Carrie, for example. So she had a birthday on Saturday. It's 3 days ago. I'm going to go back to our messages. I actually didn't send birthday messages to them on Saturday. I forgot. So I'm behind. But she had interest in one of my fit groups. So I'm just going to say, hey, Carrie, just wanted to see how your birthday weekend was. Hope you had a great time. Let's chat soon. Okay, boom. So now I'm following up with everybody because I already sent her a message, pretend I already sent her a message on Saturday to say, hey, hope you have a happy birthday. Now it's Tuesday and I can say, hey, how was your birthday? What'd you do? It gets the conversation starting, okay? So that's just one way that you can go in and see how everyone is doing, reconnect with old friends, wish them a happy birthday, follow up once yet again. So probably a warm market, not a cold market, but some of these people you may not even know. You're just friends with them because for whatever reason. So I go through every day and respond to birthday messages and then send follow-up birthday messages, if you will. A lot of messages, but it's a great way to catch up with old people that you haven't seen in a while or talked to. Okay, so then the next thing that I do is it's called a Friends A to Z messaging. And what I do is I learned this from one of the leaders in Beachbody, is you start with the letter A and you message those people and your friends list. So you'd start with AA, and it's going to pull up everybody that has an AA. Well, there's nobody. So then you go AB, and it's going to pull up about, 8 people? And so now I can go in and I can, one, which is really cool, organize these people to a list. I can create a list and say, okay, she is a military friend, and I can add her to my military list. You can clean up your friends list too. You can actually unfriend people. You can add people to your list. Again, I can go in and see what we last talked about, and then I'm just going to follow up and say, hi, like, hey, I haven't chatted in a while. How are you? So let's see what Yesenia and I talked about. Okay, so she was interested in the challenge. Okay, so that was back in June. So I can just reach out and say, hey, how are you? Here, I'll do it. Yesenia. Oops. Stupid autocorrect. It always gets me. It makes me look stupid when it's really the one that's... Okay, hey Yesenia, how are you doing? We haven't chatted in a while. So I wanted to see how your summer went. Can't wait to chat soon. Okay. So now I've connected with Yesenia. Now I actually write these people's names down. AB is what I would write on my list, and then I write the names down. So then I know I did AB, and I can go back and look in my little spiral notebook of who I talked to that day. So this makes inviting really simple, or actually just connecting. You're not inviting, you're opening in the door for inviting when you do this. Not all of these people are going to be people that you want to connect with. They may be people, like I said, that you want to take off of your friends list. Or for example, Abby Marie, I know she's a coach. So we're friends because we're coaches. So I'm not going to be messaging her. So a lot of these people, again, once you start growing your friends list, you'll be able to see. So it may take me a whole year to get through the whole alphabet. A, C, A, D, A, E. So I would come... Is the internet breaking up? I'm sorry. A, C. So then I would do A, C tomorrow, and then A, D the next day. And I'm going to message all these people. Oh, there's a lot of ADs. So I'd get through however many I could, in that day. So again, this is another way to message people, invite people without sounding salesy. You can just say, hey, how was your summer? Hey, all the kids went back to school. Another thing you can do is actually click on their page and see what they've been posting about. Maybe they had a baby and you didn't even know it. Maybe they are talking about their job, or I don't know. It's just a great place to go and before you message them, go scope out their page and see what they've been up to over the summer. So that's what I do with birthdays, and then with my A to Z friends, because over here I was talking about A to Z messaging on your personal page. And then with my new like messages on a like page, for those of you that have one, because I know not all of you have a like page, but for those of you that do, what I do on my like page, I was going to walk you guys through the actual steps of how I how I message everybody over there. It's over here in settings. Users. And then people who like this. So I have not sent my new messages for the day, but I can send a message to Brianne. I can see if we have anything in common. Ooh, boating. I actually just did a post about boating, so maybe that's why we have, I guess my internet might be kind of wonky because nothing's really pulling up. But I look at their photos. Oh, there's only 3. I look at other things that they've liked and talked about. So I'm one of their likes. I don't see any other coaches, so that makes me think, okay, I'm one of her only coaches. I see the groups that she's a part of. She's part of like country groups, collectors. Okay. So boating might be the only thing we have in common, but I use a script, and here, I'll find it for you guys. It's going to be right here. So I use the same script over and over to keep it easy. And I say, hey, Brianne, thanks for the like on my page. I love your cover photo. Your little girl is too cute for words. How old is she? How old is she? Okay, and I might could say something about the boat, so maybe I should say that. Like your page. We are in the market for a boat. Oops. What kind? Oops. My microphone's in the way, sorry. What kind do y'all have? And here's another thing. When I talk, when I write my messages, I write like I'm talking. So I say y'all because that's what I say. I say biz because when I'm saying, hey, do you want to learn more about the business opportunity? I might say the biz opportunity. So don't be afraid to do that. Dialect, speaking how you are, that's just being true to who you are, and people need to know you. So if you're wondering why I always say y'all and I have a lot of smiley faces in what I'm writing, then that's why, because that's how I talk and that's how I write. So, okay, welcome to my fitness page. And then this is important right here. I wanted to invite you to my online fitness accountability group. It's just me and some other fit mamas. If they have kids, I put mamas in there. And my scripts are in my Google Drive, y'all. So if you ever need these, they're there. And you can do this on personal pages too. It doesn't have to just be a like page. You could send this message to a long lost friend. It's how we stay accountable, and Lord knows I need it. Let me know if you might be interested, and I can send you the details. Are you on a fitness journey too? Left them with a call to action. I look forward to hearing from you, Sarah. And then you can, pay $1 to let it go to their inbox. I'm not going to this time. Make sure I spelled her name right, and then I'm going to press send. And so I do that for all of my new likes on my page, which is right here on people who like this. So right now I only get like 3 or 4 a day new likes, but here's one that responded. So I sent this message yesterday to Rose, and she actually responded and said, thanks for the message. It's nice to see that you follow people that are on your page. And then she told me a little bit about her. So I wanted to show you guys how I responded to what she was talking about. So she said that she was previously in the military, worked out all the time, and then she got lazy, and she's not wanting to make any excuses anymore. So, she's pretty good at eating healthy, but struggles with, eating out. So she's looking for something to help her with being a stronger runner, and some kind of healthy meal replacement. She didn't say meal replacement, but something to help with eating out, not eating out so much, and then so that she's not dieting either because she doesn't want to be starving. So anyway, she kind of went into a little bit of detail of what she does when she works out, and that my videos on my page were helping her because she does them from home. So right there, she told me a ton of information, like what she was struggling with, and that my videos helped her, and that she works out at home. So I'm like, okay, this girl may be a perfect 21-day fix prospect. So I replied with, you're so welcome. I love sharing all of my ups and downs with others in hopes that it might make someone's day just a little bit easier. I'm just a mom trying to eat healthy, work out, and be the best version of me possible. Thanks for sharing all of that with me. Look at all the smiley faces. I know how hard it is to know where to start when you've been out of the game for a while. That happened to me recently with my knee surgery. So I'm trying to relate to her, even though it's on a different scale. But I'm finally back. I'm finally making my comeback. I'd be happy to share with you what I'm doing as far as nutrition and workouts. But first, let me ask you a few questions so I can learn a little bit more about you. and your fitness journey. And I asked her some questions. I wanted to know, what do you feel like you struggle with more, diet or exercise? What kind of workouts do you enjoy? And I gave her some options to choose from. Do you enjoy working out from home? Which I already know. I think she already said that she does, but I just want to know what she prefers. And then if she was more interested in losing weight or gaining, muscle and toning up. So I couldn't wait to chat more. And she actually already responded, and I haven't read her message yet. But you can do this with anybody. This is just forming, and it's the way that I form. Most of the time, you're going to be talking about health and fitness because that's what you're posting about. So if you are posting about, a death in the family, or something that you're struggling with your kids on, like a speech impediment, or something like that, then that's what you're probably going to be talking about with other people. But when you're posting about your health and fitness journey, and you're responding to those likes and comments, you're most likely going to be talking about health and fitness. So this is where I was reiterating that you listen to people and reply back to them and ask them more questions and build a relationship. So before I even went into what she wanted to know, I'm like, well, I want to know a little bit more about you, because I'm putting myself out there on my page. I'm being raw. I'm sharing my journey. People know what's going on in my life, but I want to know what's going on in their life so that I can better help them on their fitness journey. And honestly, people appreciate that because it shows that you care, it shows that you're being genuine, and it shows that you really want to help them. So those are just some examples of how I reach people that I normally wouldn't reach, and how I respond to them, what I say in my messages, what I'm talking about, that kind of thing. So now I want to open it up to questions. I think I touched on everything. Let me make sure. New like page messages. Oh, well, one thing I wanted to show you guys too real fast, back over here, is even on your fan page or like page, I don't know what they're called anymore, but I go back and I do the same thing on my personal page that I would on my like page. So people that have liked it or commented on it, on a picture that talks about, my health and fitness journey or what have you, I'm going to go back and say, hey, thanks for liking my post. So I'm trying to find one that I did recently. Maybe I haven't done one in a while. Here we go. So this one might be a good one that I could go back and message people on and say, hey, so, thanks for liking my picture, Amy. And I could see, okay, we're friends, but I know I haven't talked to her in a while. So I might want to reach out to her and say, hey, thanks for liking my Flex Friday post. I just felt good that day, and I was having a good workout, so I thought I'd share it. How are you doing? Something like that. And it's just another way to connect with more people. So okay, that was the last thing I want to show you guys. So I'm going to stop sharing now, and I'm going to open it up to questions. Oh, there's a chat. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even see this. I'm so sorry. Melissa, was it not big enough? I apologize. Let me unmute everybody. Crap, I might have to do a re-record. Okay, everyone's unmuted. Oh, it was your screen. Okay. Okay. I have unmuted everyone. So now I just wanted to open it up to questions. Was that helpful with how to kind of talk to more people without having to dig really deep into a cold market of people that you don't know? Yeah? Okay. Good.
Sarah,
yeah.
Did you record this? Because I messaged you on Facebook, but my internet's been horrible the last couple of weeks, so it cuts out. I keep joining and joining and joining. The guys are actually here fixing it right now.
I did record it, yes.
Okay, awesome. Because I'm dying to watch this. I need to know these things.
No, not a problem. Yes, I did record it, and I'm going to record the questions too, because people were like, I want to hear the questions. So yeah, if y'all have any questions, please ask.
Thank you.
Sarah?
Yes.
It's Andrea. I'm driving in the car, and I'm on the call now, so it works. Anyway, I was going to ask you all this stuff that's on this call, like your little templates and things that you put on the PowerPoint. Is that going to be available somewhere? I mean, like in a hard copy form, not in the. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Do we have that in Team BodyBurn somewhere? Or?
All of the templates should be in my Google Drive, but I can put the PowerPoint in there too. That way y'all can copy and paste from there. If there was specific verbiage that you wanted from this PowerPoint, I could put that in the group too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I liked some of your just ways to get, to talk to more people. But I guess my struggle obviously is what you and I have been talking about personally, has just been coaching, and but those things don't happen until you have those initial conversations first. So it's just like one step at a time, which I get.
Right, exactly. You had a good point there. Think of it like building a relationship and taking people through those stages with you. That cold market person into the hot market, and they're not just going to automatically want to sign up to be a coach unless you've done like a coaching post on your page, and then that's when people are like, yeah, I want to know more about the coaching opportunity. But especially with like challengers to coaches, they've got to build that relationship first, and it doesn't just come. You can't just go message people about coaching. So So that's something that we can do another call on too, because I know that'll be coming in the next couple of months. Once all these newer coaches have hit Emerald, they're going to want to start adding more coaches to their team, and so we can talk about how we can talk to challengers and other prospects about coaching and not sound salesy.
Right, because I'm glad you have this, because one of my coaches just sent me an email and said, how do I invite people to do my challenge groups without sounding like a salesperson? And this is a good thing for her to build relationships. But I basically told her, I was like, just start. She's not posting anything currently. I was just like, just start posting about what you're doing that makes your life, good, and what you're doing to be healthy and all that kind of stuff. And, don't really sell it. But then she's all, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I do. Now, whether or not it works fine, I guess. But
I think
everybody says don't sound salesy, but she feels like she's sounding salesy,
Yeah, I think what helped a lot of my newer coaches, and maybe some of them can attest to this, but is I did what did I call it? I don't even remember what it was called. Melissa might remember. It was like a 30-day group where I just talked about posting on Facebook, and I gave coaches daily examples of like what to post so that they weren't sounding salesy. So every, jab, 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 hook, jab, 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 right hook, or whatever that book's called.
Right.
And so I gave them all their jabs, and then I said, okay, now it's time for a hook. And so same thing happens with the invitation process. You got to give a lot of jabs before you invite. So that's what raise the roof. That's what it's called. I did a raise the roof group. And so maybe that's something that you can run with your new coaches, Andrea, to help if they're struggling with like what to say or post on Facebook, then you can take, because that's a template. So I saved all the posts for that. So you could run your own group with, keep it a small group and say, here are ideas for you to post every day,
And Andrea, my new coaches struggle with the same thing, but I think what helps them is staying consistent with posting on social media. I mean, it might not be every day, but if you manage to get in those jabs, your post every day, that's what I would aim for as a new coach, if you can. And then, post one of those right hooks. So then you can have some people to reach out to, because you are going to get some likes and you are going to get some comments, especially if you're sharing valuable content. To say like a healthy recipe or something that you tried over the weekend that you really, really liked and you shared. So I would suggest that too, or maybe the group that Sarah was talking about to help her figure out what she wants to post, throughout the week. Mm-hmm. So she's not being so salesy.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so did all that make sense, like the birthday thing and the A to Z thing, and it kind of can replace the power of threes, because if you're messaging all the AAs, you know, today, and then all the ABs tomorrow, then you're kind of doing your own version of the power of 3. So just so you know, I mean, there's so many ways to track your business, so many ways to say it, so many ways to run a challenge group. There's not one size fits all in this business, and you just kind of have to learn that as you go. You try all these new things, and that's why I keep trying to put a lot of different ways to do it out there so that you can find what works best for you, because we're all in different places of our business and different places in our lives. Some of us are, you know, stay-at-home mommies. Some of us are full-time working. Some of us teach classes and what have you. So so you kind of just have to find what works, and that's why I keep offering ideas. So yeah, so any other questions? No? Any suggestions for the call next week of what you want to hear or learn more about or talk about? Nothing? Would like a live Q&A be good? Like where you can ask questions, or do you like more of a content-driven call?
Maybe we should do, you know, sample, I don't know, social media posts or talk about different things you can post.
Yeah, posting on Facebook. So, okay, that might help. What to post? Okay.
Yeah.
That would help. Okay. Quiet bunch today. Okay. Oops, sorry. Well, if y'all don't have anything else, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording then so that